Rob Flax here. I play things with strings, I hit stuff, and I sing. And I've got really frustrating news. I got hacked! My Instagram account was phished, and I want to make a quick video explaining what happened as a cautionary tale so you don't get phished too. Right now, I have submitted my information to the Instagram phishing team, but I have not yet gotten my account reinstated, and there's a risk that I have lost my Instagram forever. Don't let this happen to you. Here's the story of what happened. Now, I'm recording this the next day. This is Saturday, February 19th, and this happened yesterday on the 18th. I had a gig in the evening, and my head was thinking about the music. I'm dressed in a suit and tie. I'm in an Uber heading over to the gig to go play, and not really thinking about cybersecurity. I wasn't vigilant. They caught me at a moment of weakness. I get a DM from someone who I thought was an acquaintance in the arts scene, somebody who had maybe moved on from the arts and is now doing more real estate and perhaps financy things, but I haven't spoken to her in some years, and so it wasn't implausible that she would message me out of the blue and say, "Hey, my company is doing a giveaway. First 4 people at random who reply to me, sending them $500. Well, that sounds rather nice, but slightly suspicious. Do you have Cash App or Zelle? Now, I don't use Cash App. I used to. Every single time I have used Cash App, I have been burned. That's another story for another time. Just as a precautionary tale, I said, I don't, and, sorry, rats. Well, how about Venmo or PayPal? Either of those work? Okay, that's not something a scammer usually says. Maybe this is legit. Okay, yeah, I do use Venmo. Here's my handle. Okay, send me a request for $500. Here's the email address, and send me your phone number to verify. Okay, this is all normal-ish Venmo stuff. Sometimes they need your phone number to verify that it's really you if you're doing a transaction. But isn't it usually the other way around? I don't remember. And I'm in the Uber. I'm not thinking about it. Okay, sure. I'll send a request, and you can have my phone number. So I say yes. I submit a request. The email address is a little funky looking. It's not her name. It's this. Put it on screen here. Now, disclaimer, I'm not entirely sure if this scammer is using somebody else's hacked email account, so before you go vigilante and start spamming this account, maybe consider that it could be them exploiting somebody else's compromised stuff and using that to attack me. So please don't go all, Punisher or Batman on this person, but if you are a cyber sleuth, do let me know if you find anything. Thanks so much. Anyway, this is an unusual email address. I don't associate it with this friend, but okay, I ask, hey, what's with this email address? Oh, that's a company email that's used for verification purposes. Hey, you're gonna receive a text message to a link. You don't have to click the link. Just take a screenshot to let me know that you got it. And this is how they got me, folks. Now, I have 2-factor authentication on for Instagram and thought that I was safe. If somebody tries to log into my account, if something's been compromised, they can't log in without receiving a text message to my phone. And then it's a code that you enter in. This link that I was sent starts with ig.me/string of characters. I assumed that it was safer to take a screenshot of a mystery link than to click on a mystery link. But the correct answer was neither of these things. If I were to have clicked on it, and I still haven't, but if I did, my hunch is it would have asked me to verify that I'm really me. And then the jig would have been up. I would have figured out they were in the process of trying to get that 2-factor authentication in. Well, they got me, and after I sent that text message screenshot saying, yep, it's really me. Really? This is all I need to do? Then the brilliant coup de grace. As a chess player, I can't help but be impressed by this level of cleverness. So what they did was they said, okay, I need you to send a thank you video, just like 30 seconds long. that wasn't what we suggested at first. Now the terms are changing. I'm very suspicious. What does this 30-second video need to say? Well, you need to say that you invested $2,000 with this company and got $20K back as a return. And I'm like, you can't fool me. Now I see. The jig is up. Very clever. This is a silly scam. I get it. You just wanted me to say that you were paying me some money to try and get a nice testimonial, and maybe that would trick other people into using a fraudulent company. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't feel comfortable about lying about this kind of thing. My word is my word. I cannot go. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm out. Best of luck. And then I watched in horror as her messages deleted one by one. I actually got a screenshot of them disappearing in real time. I took a picture of that happening because I was like, what is going on? Her profile got set to private and I was blocked. Then I discovered in my inbox new login attempt from someone in Chicago when the exact same minute I had sent that text message confirming it was really me with a picture of a link. They probably typed that in, and while they were talking to me about this video and what testimonial they need, they were hacking me. In those couple of minutes while I was distracted in an Uber with limited cell reception and service, trying to decide what to do about this, how to respond to my friend's weird, scummy business practice, they got in, changed my password, removed my phone number from the authentication backup verification part, so took my phone number off of my Instagram account, removed my email address also, so my phone number and email address no longer attached to my Instagram account. They changed my Instagram handle from robflax to robflax01_. And so I went and looked at my friend's Instagram account and who was DMing me. Sure enough, she also had this 01_ attached to her page now. And then, this is the real kicker. This is the perfect storm. I try to log back in. I ask to send a verification code. My phone gets a verification code. I enter it in, and then it says, enter the 6-digit code from your 2-factor authentication app. Now, this is very confusing because I thought I just did that. I enter the same code again, doesn't work. I try again, doesn't work. They had turned on an additional 3rd factor of authentication. Turns out there's password protection services or third-party things like Duo Mobile, or Google has a password protector authenticator app thing. There's a few of them out there that will do this, and you can connect them to that for an additional layer of safety. So now, when I try to log in, Instagram sees my suspicious login and goes, we need to confirm that it's really you. And the way they do that is by asking the hacker to verify using their third-party authentication service that it's really me. And of course, they're not going to do that. They're not going to let me in. Which means not only did they successfully get around my 2 factors of authentication, password and phone verification, but there's a 3rd layer now, and I didn't set that one up. They did. So there's pretty much no way for me to get in. Instagram has a way to report, I've been hacked. And the thing that they ask you to do is take a video selfie. And you hold up your phone and turn your head to the left and the right, and they compare that against the images in your page, all of your posts. It's your Instagram. Probably there's pictures of your face there. And in fact, they ask you to check, are there pictures of your face? And I said, yes, there are. There's plenty. So this should be sufficient. I submit it. We'll get back to you in a business day. Okay, fine. So I go play the gig, because what else can I do? I don't need Instagram while I'm on the bandstand, so this is fine. I get home from the gig, and I get an email saying, couldn't verify it was you. Please resend another video selfie. Okay, it was kind of dark outside. Let's do it here in my studio where there's studio lights and it's very clear you can definitely see me. I submit another one. Within 1 minute, it comes back. Rejected. Now, there's a couple other little bits of insult to injury here. My friends who are following my Instagram page can still see my page. It's set to private, but if they're already following me and it's cool, they can all see. And so far, as of today, and right now it's, 4:30 in the afternoon, people who I have asked to take a peek have confirmed your page looks fine. So far, everything's up there. One friend DM'd me and said, hey, just to see if the scammer would respond, or maybe if they would try and pull a scam on them, and scammer blocked them, and now they can't see my page anymore. But there appears to still be content of my face. The scammer didn't do the final step of deleting every single post that had my face in it. Honestly, I don't know what their intention is with this scam other than to be malicious and lock people out of their Instagram accounts. Maybe that was the goal. I've had a whirlwind of emotions as I go to post something on my story today and realize that I don't have Instagram stories right now. So I'm making this video instead on YouTube because I'm still a slut for content. And I decided too that this is definitely the sign I needed to invest more time and energy into making TikTok videos. I have been making some TikTok videos. Go follow me there. Link in the description. And if you're watching this and wondering, gosh, that sounds so scary, how can I prevent this from happening to me? Two things. First, if you're suspicious, as I was, don't send anything back. Don't send screenshots. Don't click links. If I had done neither, I would be fine. I wouldn't have $500, but let's be real, I don't anyway. The other thing you can do is you can preemptively set up an additional two-factor security thing. Duo Mobile is something that I use already as an employee of the Berklee College of Music. They ask that every device that I have an additional form of authentication. They're using Duo Mobile, and I went into my Facebook, and you can add Duo Mobile as an authentication thing for your Facebook. So at least this will prevent a hacker from having that extra layer of putting up a moat once they get in, if they phish and trick you. And I can't believe they tricked me. I'm a chess player. I like to think I'm clever. But they weaseled around, and even as I knew it was a scam, they still got me. So hopefully this can help you avoid the same traps. Maybe you can be more careful and more clever than I am. I certainly am going to be way more vigilant next time. And just in general, if anybody offers you to send money for no reason, you should know better. Okay, happy ending. Surprise twist. I got back in. It's 4:20 in the morning. I'm exhausted. I got the email from Instagram at about 1:30 in the morning saying, we reviewed your footage and yep, yeah, that's really you. Here's a backup code you can get in. Now, there was a little bit of a scramble even at almost 2 a.m. This hacker got a notification that I logged in again and was trying to shut me out. But in the split second I was in, I did what he did too. Changed the two-factor authentication settings. So I turned off whichever third-party app he had in and installed two more. My phone number again. So got that back. Guy logs me out. I managed to log back in again. How? Using the two-factor authentication I had just set up split seconds earlier. Get back in again after much wrangling, several error messages, a lot of panicking, some adrenaline. And then I set up a third-factor authentication, and now he's gone for good. I unlinked the Facebook account he was auto-posting to. I unblocked all of my friends he had blocked, many of whom had contacted to say, "Are you a scammer?" And others who had just said, "Hey," like just testing the waters. Thank you to all my friends who reached out and were actively concerned. I'm not a crypto bro. It turns out I'm not interested in helping you 10x your money investments. I'm back to my Instagram account, but this is a warning sign for next time, and I want to invite you to keep in touch with me in other ways. If you want to be the most up to date on, for example, my upcoming tour this March, then you should probably go sign up for my email newsletter. robflax.com. There's a contact form there. You can sign up for my email list, and then I'll be able to reach you there and just send you updates for that. I'm on TikTok, as I mentioned before. I'm on YouTube. You're here. So thank you for subscribing to this channel. appreciate your support here. If you have similar stories, horror stories, phishing accounts, things that you've learned that you can share with others, please leave them in the comments below here, because the landscape of cybersecurity keeps changing, and I hope you learned something from this. Go turn on 2-factor authentication, maybe 3 if you can. Multi-factor authentication is the new thing, y'all. So, all right. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.